Hello guys, how you doing? Well, I imagine after that, Arsenal 4, Atletico Madrid 0. Wow, what a fantastic result. I've got to say, in the build-up to this one, and probably for the first hour of the game, I did not think this was going to be a 4-0 game. But there you go. There you go. I mean, it was an avalanche of goals once the first one went in. I think it was 4 goals in 14 minutes. I think I'm right in saying that this is the third game without a shot on target. David Raya did make one excellent save, but I think that there was an offside given in the build-up. Atletico hit the bar, but no shots on target as far as I could see. 3 games on the bounce without David Raya really being tested. Sensational performance. And, you know, this one going forward had everything. There were set-piece goals, of course there were, including one which broke open the game and really, you know, was the crucial goal in the game. But there were open play goals too, including a really, really lovely one for Gabriel Martinelli that for me was the goal of the night. Viktor Gyokeres on the score sheet twice too. Fantastic. Really, really good stuff. And Atletico Madrid are not a team that lose like this. They're not a team that get beat 4-0. I don't think they've ever been beaten this heavily before in the Champions League. So it's a real statement victory for Arsenal. It was pretty much the same team. Miles Lewis-Skelly came in at left back and Gabriel Martinelli at left wing. So that flank got changed up rather effectively, actually. But it was a difficult first hour. We had moments. Eze had a shot deflected off the bar. There were the perennial threat on set pieces, but Atleti had their moments too. I mean, David Raya got caught, didn't he, in the first half, coming out of his goal and was very nearly punished for it. A rare sort of misjudgment from him. Half-time 0-0, and you're thinking, this is probably the Atleti game plan to a T. You know, with Alvarez, they've always got a threat on the break. I thought Simeone was dangerous for them too. The game really did hinge on that first goal, that Gabriel goal. What a brilliant delivery from Declan Rice. I really do think that his set-piece delivery has reached a level where it certainly compares with anyone I can remember watching at Arsenal. I think, you know, Saka, we scored off a Saka delivery at Fulham the other day. He's very, very good. For me, the amount of whip Rice is able to get on the ball from different areas of the pitch makes him the best at the club. I think not only are his corners good, his free kicks from wide areas are really, really good too. This was a brilliant one. And Gabriel, so much desire to get on the end of it. You just can't live with him. You know, he's almost impossible to stop. If the ball is good enough, he will get there. He does, opens the scoring and opens the floodgates for Arsenal. I thought that Gabriel Martinelli goal was a thing of beauty. Miles Lewis-Skelly, I actually was thinking, if I'm completely honest with you, he'd had quite a difficult game. A couple of moments where he looked vulnerable defensively against Simeone, who was sort of looking to exploit that space in behind him, which I think all our left-backs suffer from to an extent, but Miles may be a bit more impetuous than some in the way that he defends. But this goal was a really effective demonstration of what he can do, particularly going forward. Loved the way he received the ball under pressure, drove through the midfield, and played a perfectly timed pass into Martinelli, whose finish was exemplary. And I've got to give him big credit too. I thought he had a good game. Gabriel Martinelli was always one of the biggest threats in this Arsenal side. And I just want to take a moment again because, you know, after Trossard scored at the weekend, Martinelli was another who people were, I'm going to say, quite keen to see moved on this summer. Not everybody, I'm sure, but many Arsenal fans. And there was a lot of frustration around him and his performances. A lot of criticism, some of it fair, but some of it not, and some of it unduly personal. And I think he has really, really shown in this early period of the season that he has a lot to offer. He's been a real threat off the bench at times. He looks dangerous in behind. And this was a really good finish and another goal for him. Between him and Trossard, they are making a massive contribution off the left, which is great. You know, if I had told any Arsenal fan how many minutes those two would be playing in April or May, they probably would have been a bit alarmed and thought, have we done enough to strengthen that position? As it is, obviously we have signed Eze, but he's playing a lot of minutes centrally, especially with Martin Odegaard out. But Martinelli and Trossard are really coming good. Speaking of coming good, we've got to talk about Viktor Gyokeres. Gets a couple of goals tonight. I mean, look, neither was pretty, but he will not care a jot. The first one, he almost looked a bit embarrassed about that one. He did do the celebration, but somewhat reluctantly. The ball, he turns in the box, gets a shot off. I think it comes off the defender and flies into the bottom corner. But by the time he'd scored the second one, which wasn't too long after, again, another great delivery, Gabriel's flick, and there's Gyokeres at the back post. Any sense of embarrassment or self-consciousness was gone, and he thoroughly enjoyed that one. And it's a big night for him. Over 600 minutes he'd gone without a goal. 2 tonight against a really good team in Atletico Madrid. It will do wonders for his confidence. I have to be totally honest and say I still have some questions and concerns about his fit in the team and how he'll adapt moving forward. But we bought him to score the sort of goals he scored tonight. Scrappy goals, poachers goals. And there he was, kind of the fox in the box. I think foxes are more subtle. He was kind of the bull in the box. And it worked for him tonight. So very, very pleased for him. He looked a very relieved man. I thought he could have come off a bit earlier, to be honest, just because he's playing 70 minutes. But I do wonder if in Mikel Arteta's mind there was just that temptation of, could he get that hat-trick goal? I think he'll be very, very happy with this brace. It's a really important night for him. And another home game coming up against Crystal Palace. Can he get another one there? I think in the Premier League that would be another big boost for him. Can they get a shot on target? I mean, we shall see. They scored 3 against a very good Bournemouth side. They should have scored 4, should have won that really. Mateta with the late miss. They are a really good, serious outfit, Crystal Palace. But then so are Atletico Madrid, and they were absolutely blown away today. Signs maybe in the Champions League that Arsenal do, even against opponents like Atleti, get a little bit more space, a little bit more joy in attacking areas. I think teams in the Champions League, as a rule, do have a bit more ambition in the way that they play. And again, I'll insert the caveat that it is Atleti. But 4-0 here is a spectacular result. It really is. And I think it's one that will make some waves around Europe. I mean, it sends a big, big message. Arsenal going strong domestically and in the Champions League now. A suspension for Martin Zubimendi, maybe the only slight concern, but I think Arsenal have more than enough when they go to, I think it's Prague next. So there we go. Fantastic night. Very happy for Viktor Gyokeres. Very happy for Gabriel Martinelli. Pleased Miles Lewis-Skelly. He's made a big contribution with that goal too. And happy for Jova and another, few set-piece goals. They keep coming. And I think the significance of that being the first goal of the game shouldn't be underplayed. I mean, I think that is the role that set pieces so often play for this team, that they can break a game open. And then when it did open up, we saw we were able to create more. I'll leave it there for now, guys. It's getting late. Take care. Bye-bye.